Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the Greek cities campaign in Rome Remastered. So what happened in part 1 was Macedon declared war on us. Luckily we pushed them back and now we are continuing our advance into their land. In the east we were attacked by Pontus, we also held them back, and soon we are planning to send an army and take their settlements that are nearby. And then finally the Romans have also declared war on us, and luckily we have also held out against them, and we have even invaded parts of Italy. So, let's continue. We're going to start off by pushing back this army. But seeing as how here they'll be reinforced by a settlement and a second army, we'll just fall back so we can go and fight the Bruttii over there. Currently we're still building the siege equipment for taking this settlement, so we'll just leave that alone this turn. And then that's all we can really do in terms of our military. We're going to send these ships back so they can be retrained and improved. And then here we're going to increase the tax just to help out our economy, which is supporting a very large and strong army right now. And then we'll continue by recruiting a unit of very strong hoplites. And we can end the turn there. We'll accept the trade rights to improve our economy. Alright, so a Scipii army has appeared, but that's fine. We'll just go and take the settlement, and hopefully next turn the Scipii will go down further south, besiege that settlement, and then when we go and fight them with this army, we'll be reinforced by 2 extra units to go and help out. Alright, start deployment. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a big central force moving in through the gate, and then a secondary force going along through the wall gap that we'll be opening up. And the purpose of this is to, through the center, we'll occupy the enemy troops, and then on the right we'll just surround the enemy. Oh no, let's get out of there. There we go. Alright, let's get ready to move in. Alright, we have broken through the gate. We'll start pushing for the center. These guys, we're just going to have them ready to charge in as soon as the walls go down. And the battle has begun, as well as the walls have gone down. Alright, let's charge in immediately. Drop the ram, and then head out. So we have to be careful because Hastati units are extremely powerful against Greek units, especially without us having any supporting units nearby, like cavalry or ranged units. And there we go, we have begun to surround them, and they are starting to rout. Alright, let's try and take out that other unit nearby. If we can wipe out as many of them here, it'll be very good. Alright, let's move in further inside. So Greek units are very powerful at just holding a line and stopping the enemy, but if we constantly move forward, we are at our weakest point and it can be easily killed. So that's why it's better to just wait for the enemy to charge you rather than going up and charging in like this. Alright, let's target them all. Oh, if we can get that general killed, it'll be a huge help for our troops in terms of morale. There we go, he goes down. Alright, as you can see, that one unit that's been at the front the whole time, they have taken an absolute beating. Oh good, there's next to no one left. Don't have to really worry about taking casualties. They can't really do much at this point. There's just so few of them. All right, and that is a victory. All right, and now we'll exterminate just to improve the public order. Let's see, now we'll leave the tax rate a little bit lower, just not to put too much stress on the local population. All right, let's continue moving further against them, and soon we'll be able to go and fight them. And then here, let's build up an army so that we can have 2 armies fighting the Macedonians instead of just 1. I won't recruit, I'll build troops here, just so we can march out soon. All right, let's send a unit, or the diplomat and scout. A very weak army and a very weak settlement. Perfect. It's a good combination for us. All right, let's see what happens. And they did exactly what we wanted. They went down south, so now we can go and fight them there. Oh, and it seems that the Brudii, because we have taken that settlement, they have backed down, which is very nice of them. All right, we're going to go and push this army back as soon as we can. And it shouldn't be difficult because it seems to have very weak or relatively weak units. I'm not going to say very weak because we have very similar units. All right, let's go out and fight. So now, as you can see, we are being reinforced by 3 units because we recruited 1 and the settlement is going in to help us. So let's take down this army, and then next turn we'll start marching to Capua, which might be the last Scipii settlement. If we can take that out, all it will leave is just the Senate, which is Rome itself, the Julii who are north of it, so they won't be able to really help it, and then the Brudii who are already extremely weak. I'm going to guess they're up there because they're going to want the high ground. The AI always does this. Yep, there we go. The AI always wants the high ground, and that's exactly what they're going to try and do there. All right, so these 3 units that are marching in, we'll actually have them run to the main force, just not to waste any time. All right, we're having all 3 run. So we have to be very careful in this battle because the Hastati and the combination with cavalry are extremely powerful. The Hastati units can easily defeat our hoplite units, and then their cavalry can easily flank us and break down our morale. So we're going to have to be ready to prevent that flanking. So I'm going to wait a little bit just for our troops to rest up. We don't want them marching in tired right into a big battle. We'll put them into phalanx formation and march forward. Now we're having our captain in the center of the formation, just so that we can use this ability to rally the troops and bring back their morale if we ever need to. All right, let's keep the time up. And I think we'll advance all the way to this point. Now, an advantage that the enemy has is that their Hastati units can also shoot at us, which is very bad. It's an extremely powerful weapon. Really want to be careful about that cavalry unit. All right, they're shooting at us. We're just going to have to take it in. All right. So let's decide which units we want to go and fight. Usually I like to group up 2 units to deal with 1, and I think we could do that. We could have these 2, these 2, these 2, those 2, those 2. Yeah. That could work. Now we just have to be really careful of that cavalry. That cavalry is brutal. I only keep saying this because I know from experience how bad it is. It is terrible to deal with. Alright, but we also can't just stop all of a sudden and leave everything behind simply because there's a couple horses standing around. That is the power of cavalry. That right there is exactly what they can do. Luckily, the Greek units are made for just sort of withstanding any attack. So we'll be able to just, even though we start off with a few routing, we should be able to quickly turn and deal with that. That's not good. We might still win. So, Astadi is not fun to deal with, as you can see. They are a very big pain. I mean, they can still hold out. Will they hold out, or will they not? I don't... Oh, we have two of them, which are the elite units. We might hold out just fine. Will we somehow survive this? We might survive this. Just because of how good these units actually are. Brace, brace, brace. Oh! No way. No way, if we actually win this battle. See, I thought this battle would go much better for us than it did. Because that cavalry was brutal. It flanked us and it just wrecked our entire line. And luckily the enemy is out of ammunition, so they can no longer shoot at us. Big plus. Now we just gotta make sure we don't get flanked. We see every upcoming attack. You know what? I'm gonna get ready to flank them. Are they running the whole time? They're gonna be exhausted. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, and they're routing immediately. Perfect. Actually, these guys are lighter. They have less armor, so they'll be faster. I want to do as much damage as I can. Let's get here and be ready to intercept that unit as well. Oh, come on. There we go, we have victory. Wow, we did it. This is why it pays off to invest into these extremely expensive units. They can win you the day. This battle took a very horrible turn at the beginning, but we managed to improve it for ourselves. So now we... But still, that's terrible. Oh, that's painful to see how many men we lost. That is not a pretty number. You know what? We'll bring the fight to them. We're going to head straight to Capua. Yeah. That's painful. Wow. That's absolutely terrible. Huh. Oh, my port's all the way over there. All right, we'll just head to Syracuse, retrain them, and send reinforcements. Wow, that's... Wow. I'm speechless after that. I cannot believe we just lost that much in so little time. Wow, that's just terrible. And I want to send an army from Greece just to go and help out. We just can't. We're stretched too thin. Oh, now we're being attacked here. All right. What are you going to do to us? It can't be worse than what the Scipii did. That is... wow. But you know what? We cannot stop for things like this. We're going to keep on marching. We're going to head straight to Capua and show them that attacks like that will not be tolerated, and they are not enough to stop us. All right, we're going to move this army back so that they can be retrained, because I'm just worried. Macedon might be stronger than us, and we got to be ready to go and fight them. Alright, we should have an easy time. This should be just to gain experience for our units. Alright. Well, that Scipii battle just took a really bad turn. I can't get past it, what just happened. Alright, let's go out and meet them in the field. This is a very easy battle. We outflank them, we have everything going for us here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to move in straight at them. They have barely any ranged units. Their cavalry is a whole lot weaker. There's nothing they can really do to hurt us. Wow, they have next to no ranged troops, which is very good for us. We're going to move our generals in closer so that we can just chase down the enemy as soon as the opportunity arises. All right, there we go, beginning to flank. Let's turn on them. As you can see, that shooting is doing next to nothing to us. All right, let's move in further. Oh. All right, and the battle has begun. And there you go, they're already routing. As you can see, this is nothing compared to the Scipii we just fought. Oh wow, they chased us? Alright, let's go down, chase them all. Oh, they're withdrawing. Yeah, they are. Alright. And that's a victory for us. Speed up the time. There we go. So we can hit them. Oh, they're gonna actually engage us. Oh, there we go. They routed. Let's rejoin there, just to chase even more of them down. As you can see, we're just paving our way through them. And that is victory. Alright, so that's probably another extremely weak army. Alright, so let's retrain these guys. Continue building an army, because I don't know what Carthage is doing here. They could be planning to attack us or something. Or something similar. Alright. New general, that's fine. And there is Capua. Let's take it. It's a very weak army. We will have no trouble taking it. So that will be our revenge against the Scipii for what they did over here. We will get the last laugh on this. See, I want to send reinforcements, but that's really worrying how Carthage is just trespassing and getting closer and closer to us. Alright, we'll just have our fleet here, and we might send someone over. Alright, this is beginning to look like a more powerful army. I think we could start holding out, if need be. Yeah, it's a pretty nice army we've got there. This will block their access to further parts of Greece. And, oh, see, they did go and attack us. And these guys also came. Alright, that's fine. Let's go in and reinforce this army. Whoops. These guys, and then these guys, and then anybody that's injured, we'll have them switched out. Alright. This army can go back for retraining, and this army can go and fight. Perfect. Oh, here, now that the barracks have been finished, we can start building an actually good military. Or army there. Alright, let us take Capua. I see that they recruited one cavalry unit to try and stop us. Luckily, cavalry is not our weakness, unless it's paired with Hastati. But luckily, they only have one unit of Hastati, so we should be fine. Alright, we should have no competition over the walls, right? Yeah, they're not going to fight on the walls. Are they? No. Okay. We'll take the walls and then Moving by ground. Let's get in. All right. I don't think it'll be very hard fighting, seeing there's no one on the walls. All right, as soon as this goes down, you guys go here, you guys secure this. There we go. Now I'm just going to march along the walls and secure as many towers so that they don't shoot us and they actually shoot the enemy just like that. As you can see, we are getting free kills. I'm going to start also moving in the main army. Whoops. Let's run so we don't die. There we go. Where are you guys? Okay. That's far enough. We don't need to go that far. So as you can see, they're just standing there and letting us slowly take them down. Eventually, there will be no one left. So I'm just going to wait here for them to slowly be taken down. But we might as well help out a little bit. Speed this up. Those are our towers. Yes, they are. All right, let's move in. Capua, our new home. Temporarily. We are not stopping at Capua. We will go to Rome very soon. I see what they're doing. They're going to wait for us to come out of that tight place so they can easily flank us. All right, let's move our captain back so he doesn't get killed. All right, we've got no other options. Let's go in. They should not be doing this much damage. This is just cavalry against spears. There's no way we've been this massacred by the Scipii twice. How? Alright, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna actually start paying attention. This is not an excuse. This many casualties should have never happened. But now, I'm going to start thinking about what I do. They have killed far too many Greeks. All right, we're going to flank around. See, look. Now, where are all of our casualties happening? They're not. I've had enough of these Hastati units. That's right, there you go. Close in on them. Wow, that cavalry destroyed us. That is not a good victory. That is a painful one to accept. If I could go back, I would. There was definitely a way to do that a lot better. At least the Scipii are dead. That's one less Hastati producing army to deal with. Now you. This is not a threat at all. We will have no problem with this. Then again, I said that about the Scipii. At least now we have permission to fully secure this little island off the coast of Italy. We don't need to keep negotiating with the Carthaginians for it. Alright. Ooh, that's not really a good spot. At least they're not, hopefully not going to go after them. They might just do that. Or at least they're just standing there. Alright, let's advance towards them. I'm no longer messing around with this. I'm not going to blindly send in my troops and have them just duel it out. Enough is enough. All right. Let's see this. Begin. Luckily, if we take out the Romans quickly, we won't have to deal with their more elite units, which would bring up a very strong fight. We don't have to worry about legionaries and stuff like that. So I guess taking Capua may be worth it. I don't know if it was worth that cost. What are you going to do? Are you going to charge us? Or are you just cowards? Oh, I hear the horn for battle. And they decided to charge us. Perfect. Elite unit versus light infantry. And they're all alone, too. Alright, we're not stopping. There we go. That's fine. The Greeks are made to hold out. They are made to stand and accept the attack. They are not made to go out and attack the enemy. If we just keep holding here, nothing will happen to us. We are untouchable. They keep sounding the horn for battle, and yet I don't see them doing much damage to us. Alright, let's move in further. Let's take out that unit. The horn for battle keeps sounding. Oh, they're withdrawing? Come on. The fun was just beginning. This is true Greek power. Ah. 8 casualties. I mean, to rout an entire army, that's not bad. If only the same would have happened when we fought the Scipii. This also shows us how strong we really are. And holding Capua just continues that. Alright, so I think I'll leave part 2 at that. It was a very surprising turn of events. Not as much as I would have wanted was achieved. But what we have done is we have secured half of Italy. We have destroyed the Scipii faction. The Brudi are at their last stand. The Macedonians are routing and running away from us. And Pontus doesn't know what's about to happen to them. And soon, because the Carthaginians have just allowed us to go and fight them, they will lose Carthage, and we will own territory in many parts of the world. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Thank you.